Hey guys, it's Darwin. As you know, I am a huge gear geek. I love all different types of backpacking gear, from ultralight to regular to traditional backpacking gear, taking out in the field, reviewing it, making modifications to it, and even some DIY stuff. But one thing that is never really talked about in the community is the gear companies. Where does our gear come from? Where is our gear born? So today I'm here in West Melbourne, Florida at one of my personal favorite gear companies, Zpacks. We're gonna go inside, talk to one of the main guys here, find out a little history of the company, and show you a little behind the scenes of where our gear is born. Alright, so I am here inside of Zpacks with Mr. Matt Favreau.
What's up, guys?
Say that right?
Favreau. Yes, you got it.
Tell me a little bit about kind of the history of Zpacks, how it started, where it started, why it started.
2005, Joe started Zpacks. Joe Valesco, our owner. The company came about because he was going to hike the Appalachian Trail, and he wasn't happy with the gear options that were available. So basically, he decided to start making his own gear, prototyping, testing things. So he got in a bus, went on the Appalachian Trail, started hiking, got a few weeks in, realized his gear wasn't that good, went home, built new gear, went back out, did that a couple times, and he finished the trail. But while he was on the trail, a bunch of people were like, you should really make this and sell this. A bunch of people would buy it. There's nothing really like this out there. He went home, and at the time he was a computer programmer, so after work he would go home and he would start making gear in his living room, and at night after work and on the weekends, and selling it on eBay and then a little web store. And eventually that grew into Zpacks, which in 2010 became a full-time operation for him. He was working out of his house with just him and his wife. And that's when I met Joe, and I became I guess his wife is technically the first employee, but I'm the first non-wife or relative employee. Right. I started working with him out of his garage in his house. We hired a few, like my sister-in-law, then a couple friends, and then eventually we took over another room in the house. Nice. And then eventually we needed to move to a shop, then a bigger shop, and then a bigger shop, and a bigger shop, and then into our current shop. Nice. And so that was 7.5 years ago for me. I've been at Zpacks.
In other words, if you like ordered an original Zpacks pack or a tent or something, this man probably assembled it. It
was either Joe, myself, or Cheryl. Definitely at the beginning. We touched everything for sure. We made everything.
Why do you think that Zpacks is, for me and then for a lot of other hikers, you guys are one of the top companies for thru hikers, for going ultralight?
The company was based on a need for the owners, desire to thru hike with lightweight quality gear. So we are that community itself. We're not just making gear to sell to thru hikers. We are long distance hikers ourselves who make gear and test the gear, and we walk the walk. We're out on the trail. Plenty of people have seen us out on the trail. You see our adventure videos. We are hikers, and we take that experience to develop the products, to refine the products, and to make sure we're carrying the stuff that we would want to carry. So we're making the best gear that we can make, and that translates into the community that we're serving because we're a part of that community. They trust us. They know that we actually use it and put it to the test ourselves. So I think that trust really, goes a long way in the community.
Yeah, so the facility here, again, we're in West Melbourne.
Yes.
West Melbourne, Florida. Apparently, we're not too far from the beach. I didn't know that.
You should go. You should check it out.
Yeah. So here in this facility, this is a newer facility?
Yeah, we've been here about a year and 4 months, I believe. Yeah.
How many employees do you guys now?
We're currently somewhere in the 80s right now. We're still in the middle of hiring a bunch of people, but right now we have somewhere like 83 or 4 people.
Nice, excellent. So you want to give us kind of like a little walk through and like a tour of kind of the setup and the operation in here?
Yeah, so basically we're a one-stop shop here. Everything is done from the website to customer service to shipping. All manufacturing is done in the one facility. So over here we have All the clothing's being manufactured. If we look over here, this whole row does clothing. Then next to them we have some backpack accessories, followed by the belts and straps for backpacks, and then the backpacks themselves. If we come over here to the other side, we have the sleeping bag department. Then we have accessories like dry bags and stuff sacks. And then the entire rest of these two rows here are shelter. And in the back we have shipping, QC, and then cutting off to the left. And behind all that is where we keep inventory.
Alright guys, so there you have it. A little peek behind the scenes of Zpacks, their history, and how they do things behind closed doors. A big thanks to Zpacks for letting us come in, peek our head around, take a tour, and find out where your gear is born.